having people out in the community causing harm, pain and suffering to their fellow New Zealanders is utterly unacceptable, and we do not tolerate that. Do you want these people in your community, or do you want them in prison? And we want them in prison. Well, there's no doubt that the previous administration was incredibly soft on crime. The message came right from the top, and that's why you saw a very big increase in crime. What we're doing is making sure that we are passing legislation quickly to make sure that we get get sentencing gripped up, and that's what we're doing right here. And we look forward to a positive vote from the Labour Party as a result of supporting these measures. Getting rid of Section 27 reports, reinstating third strike, making sure that we hire 500 more police officers, that we actually have strong gang laws that cut down on illegal guns, firearm prohibition orders, think about our serious young offender categorisation, and the military-style academies. They're all attempts to make sure, this is one part of it, but it's all about making sure we get the settings right to make it very clear to New Zealanders: choose a life of crime, cause pain and suffering on your fellow New Zealander, and you're going to be doing some tougher consequences. We want to see a correlation between crime going down and prisoner population coming down. What we're not doing is what the previous administration did, which was set a target of a 30% reduction in the prison population, and crime went through the roof.
The big difference between us and the previous government was that we want to see a lowering in the prison population, but only after there is a reduction in serious violent crime. We are serious about this legislation. We're serious about the gang patch ban in public places, and if you repeatedly flout it, then you'll face a very uncomfortable regime.
We're going to back the police, and that we're going to make life incredibly difficult for gang members in this country. We make no apologies about that. When you have 1/4% of your population driving 18% of all the serious crime in this country, that's going to stop.
I think there's no question across society of the negative impact of gangs on our communities. People are fed up with them. They're fed up with the 50% increase in gang membership over the last 6 years and the mayhem they're causing in our community, and that's why we're giving the police the extra tools they need to deal with gang people in our communities. We're very conscious of the fact that Māori and Pacific are overrepresented right throughout the justice system, both as perpetrators but also particularly as victims of crime, and that's why we're working very determinedly to make progress in both the youth crime and in general crime. And what we're bringing before government, what we're going to be passing this week, is a tough piece of legislation that's focused on dealing with the scourge that gangs create in our communities.
That's how we're operating within government. I know it's a different way of rolling, but actually it's a really important way, because otherwise we just have the same conversations over and over and over again, and the results, as we saw in the last 6 years, keep going backwards, and the outcomes aren't improving for New Zealanders, and that's why they elected us to get on and get this job done, and that's how we need to manage the government and the public service, and also a coalition government, so we have ruthless focus on what's important. Rebuild the economy, restore law and order, deliver better health and education. I think you've seen that in the 10 months that we've been in office, that we actually are taking that really seriously. We organise everything in government around those goals, and that's what New Zealanders expect me to do.